Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday night. Welcome to this week's Facebook Live tutorial video. This is a weekly video that I do. If you're catching this on YouTube, thanks for checking it out. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, please let me know via email or messaging. You can definitely get a hold of me somehow, some way. I'm really excited about tonight's card for a couple of reasons. First of all, it uses new product, so yay for new product. I feel like just getting new product in your hands is so exciting. I find that it's like a jolt to my creativity. Hi, Karen. Good evening. So anytime I get new product in my hand, it's like, it feels so good. So I'm super excited about this card, and then I tried a kind of different technique. I'm not one to really like put myself out there, so to speak, and try new techniques. However, I love white Christmas lights. They're my favorite. I do like colored lights, every now and then, but if I have to pick lights for my tree or that I'm going to decorate my house with, I'm always going to want to pick white lights. And this fun string of lights is so fun, but it requires you to color in the little light bulbs. And so I was like, how am I going to color in those light bulbs white? And so I figured I was going to try a new technique using Versamark ink and heat embossing with white embossing powder. And I really like how it came out. This is the final product. And the background here is so fun. I love this new stamp. This is the Buffalo Check stamp from the holiday catalog. Again, it's new. And you'll see I actually got it in wood mount, which I never do. But with these big background stamps, I really like to use, and I do prefer buying them in the wood mount. I feel like it just gives a little better coverage, so I appreciate that. And as you can see, it's already been inked up and loved on. Love. Okay, and then the string of lights and the sentiment, it comes from the Making Christmas Bright stamp set. Oh, you just ordered it, Karen? Oh, yay! I can't wait to see what you make with that. That's super exciting. I love it. So this is the Making Christmas Bright stamp set. I used this kind of string of lights here, and the sentiment down here, friends make the season shine. Isn't that so sweet? But there's also, may your Christmas be. It leaves you hanging, and then there's the word bright, or making spirits bright. And this can be bundled. Oh, I should have brought it over. I didn't even bring it over because I'm not using it. But this can be bundled with a punch. Which I just realized I used the punch for that, I think, and I didn't pull it out. I'll have to just fussy cut it. But this does come with a punch, which punches out these little fun bright lights, which is just kind of cute and fun. I really love this a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and get started tonight. If you have any questions along the way, definitely ask. So, you know what? I didn't measure anything ahead of time. That's so unlike me. Okay. Oh, and this isn't even cut the right size. Look at that. It's like 5 3/4. I got to cut it down. Where's my trimmer? Hold on. I just assumed it was the right size because it kind of looked the right size, but it's too wide. So we got to cut that to 5 1/2. This is, hopefully it's the right length, or else I'm cutting all new cardstock altogether. Yep, we're good. Okay, so this is our standard horizontal card, or what's that called? Landscape. I think that's the landscape image. This is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and eventually it's going to get scored at 4 1/4, but I'm not quite there yet. Hi, Karen from Arizona. When I am stamping a big image and I wanted to cover the whole front of my card front, I don't score it right away. I wait to score it. Because if I score it ahead of time and I stamp, sometimes you get like a little lip, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it, but on your cardstock, and it sometimes doesn't stamp perfectly against where it's been scored. So I don't know if that makes any sense. I score it afterwards. And here's the thing that I learned about this stamp. Oh, you know what I just realized? Oh my goodness, I am so silly. I just realized this. I was going to say, this is what I was going to say. I realized that the width of the stamp is actually bigger than the cardstock. But silly me, I should have stamped it like that. I just realized that. Do you know what I mean? See how there's like a little like gap around the outside here? It didn't fit it completely. That's because I stamped it like that. I am so silly. Okay, now I'm going to stamp it like that. Thank you for helping me figure that out. I'm so silly. I was even like, that's weird. Why did Stampin' Up! Create it like that? It's not big enough. They did. I just didn't do it right. Okay. So lesson learned. We're going to stamp it like that. I'm using Stays On ink, or black ink. You could use Memento. I find that Stays On gives just a little darker, deeper black when stamping. This is, it's not a watercolor ink, so it will stain your block unless you have Stays On Cleaner, which is actually available in the annual catalog. I have not purchased it yet. That's why you can see my stamp is stained. However, I can still get that off as soon, you know, whenever I purchase the cleaner. It'll come off real easy, no problems. So again, with a huge big image like this, I like to do ink pad. Oh, I'm probably shaking the camera like crazy. I'm sorry if every time I do this, you're bopping up and down. I like to do ink pad to stamp. I think it gives me just a little bit more control, and it does, especially with the Stays On and with the Memento, because they're both the fabric ink pads here. I can really go over it and see where it needs to be gone over a couple times. Oh no, there's a kitty cat hair there. Hold on, I need a... Hey Joanna, good evening. Oops, that's about to fall. Sorry, I gotta do surgery here. A little kitty cat here, right there we go, right in the middle. And I just go over it until I feel like it has good coverage. Give or take a little bit. I love this. I feel like this is such in style right now. The buffalo plaid is such, what I do with the lid, there it is. Is such like in style right now in clothing, even in home, oh, I'm missing a spot, even in home decor. For Christmas time, it's just so popular. So Stampin' Up! Is like right on point with this. Hi Susan from North Carolina. NC is North Carolina, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, the only thing with this is I stamp it blind. So I'm like, aim for straight and aim that it covers it all. It's hard to tell. But, you know, you just have to commit and hope it comes out well. You know, you have like a 50-50 shot, really. Great for fall and winter cards. Yes, agreed, Karen. And here I'm using it black on red, but you could do any color on white to give a certain, you know, plaid. You could do a darker green on a lighter green. You could do like a darker, you know, like purple on a yellow even. You could really get a lot of different kind of color combinations. I'm hoping this worked. If not, I'm flipping it over and doing the other side. Oh, that came out good. Good, good, good. Whew. I was nervous about that one. Hey, Arlene, how are you? Good evening. I'm going to go ahead and score it. Like I said, when I'm stamping a big image like this, I like to score after because I wanted to cover the whole space. I'm scoring this at 4 1/4 with my scorer here. Love black on red. Yes. Isn't it so on point right now? I think Stampin' Up! Really knew what they were doing. Let's see here. Where's my bone folder? Yep, I got it covered. I was like doubting myself if it covered, but it did. Oh, look, I'll have to trim that down. I'm a little off in my score. Okay, so we're getting there, okay? Next, I'm going to take a panel of, sorry, I've got to find it, a basic black. Let me measure it for you. This is 3.5 by 4 3/4. Yep, it's ever so slightly bigger than this one, but basically the same size. And I'm going to create this string of lights. Now, here's my block. This is block E. Yes, block E. And I don't have F. I just never bought it. It's not one that I use often. So, but this string of lights, I'm actually quite impressed. It's super long. Look how, it's like almost like my full length of hand there. It's super long. and it really requires the F block. However, if you were to tilt it like sideways, so my block is going horizontal, if I catch it sideways, it's just long enough. It fits. It's sideways, so you have to just keep that in mind when you're stamping. But it fits. It will fit an E-block. You just have to do it crooked. The nice thing about this is the photopolymer stamp. So let's say I wanted a string of lights like cascading down. This is a straight line, but I can manipulate the photopolymer stamp, the actual stamp, to go in a curved. Here, I'll do it. So I would put it on one side and just kind of make it go curved. And I would play with it a little bit to make sure it gave like enough of a dip that I wanted. But you can definitely maneuver that photopolymer stamp to make it do a sag. I don't want it to do it right now, but you could if you wanted. And I love how long this is because you can really catch different parts of it to have it like offset from one another. I really like that. Normally I would use our embossing buddy because I am embossing, but I almost want some extra dots, extra like splatter almost. Normally we would use the buddy to rub over the cardstock to get rid of all the static so that it would only stamp where we want it to. But I don't mind. I kind of want it, you know, kind of all over the place. So I'm using white embossing powder here. Hopefully, I'm always afraid when I open this that it's going to go flying everywhere. There we go. Okay. So first I'm going to stamp the strings, and then I'm going to come back and fill it in. So if you look on the original stamp set here, you can see that the lights aren't filled in. They leave room, or, you know, the creativity for you guys to color it in. You could use markers, you could use Stampin' blends. What else could you use? You could watercolor pencils, anything to color in these lights, any color that you wish. But you'll see that mine are colored in white. Okay, so first I'm going to ink up my lights with Versamark. I'm going to do this a couple different times and then sprinkle it with the white embossing powder. First I'm going to grab, make sure your lights are hanging in the right spot. I'm going to grab that corner first. Did that stamp? Yeah. I'm going to re-ink. And then I'm going to kind of position my string of lights a little differently so I catch different swags in it. Swags? Is that the word? That's a word, right? Swags. Feels funny saying. And I don't have to worry about sprinkling it like immediately because the Versamark ink really will stay, you know, wet and give you time. It's pretty good. I don't want it too long. And my guess is that you can never do this the same way twice, if I were to guess. And then I want to catch it just a little bit in the corner again. So you can't see any of that I did, but as soon as I start putting the white powder in this, it'll all be revealed. Let's see. Sprinkle it there. And you want to be generous. You can always, you know, get rid of excess sprinkles. Oh, look, you can see my fingerprints. How funny is that? Hold on. If you kind of flick the back of it, you can get rid of some. Oh, look, you can see those are literally my fingerprints right there. See, if I had used the buddy, that wouldn't have happened. That's okay. Actually, I mean, I wanted kind of some sparkles everywhere. Next, I'm going to take my heat tool here and heat it up. Be sure to get your fingers out of the way because you will burn. And as soon as it kind of crystallizes, you can move on. You don't have to stay in the same spot. At first, it's got to heat up a little bit, so it takes a second. But once it gets cranking, it really does. I don't know if I can get that on video. It's one of the coolest things ever. It's really like my favorite thing to do. It basically melts the powder and turns it into a solid. And it goes from like a matte shine to a shiny shine. That's a very technical term, by the way. Hi, Lisa. Good evening. Let's see. And you can always check because you can see, oh, see right there, it's still powder. If it's powder, it should all look glossy. None of that should be powdery. Oh my goodness. I got powder everywhere. Somehow it went flying. Oh, jeez. See, normally you're supposed to cap the embossing powder. Hi, Susan. Glossy. That's the word, not shiny. Glossy. You got it. Thanks, Joanna. I knew there was a more like technical term. Okay, so this is our string of lights. Now I want to fill them in. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking a blender pen. They come in packs of 3. Just grab one. They're all the same and they have double ends. Both ends are the same. I got powder all over my Versamark ink pad everywhere. And what I'm going to do is, so a blender pen is a great way to watercolor your images. It really, oh, thanks for sharing, Lisa. I just saw that. Appreciate it. It's a great way to color images. I love it. I use it for watercoloring. And it has like this ink inside of it. It's probably some technical, it's acid-free, technical term. So what I'm going to do is just, this is my Versamark ink pad. I'm just picking up some Versamark ink and just going inside each light bulb. If there's not a ton in a row, oh, I need my ink, my thing again. See, I'm putting everything away and I still need it. No problem, Amy. Oh, that's right. Your kids are in school. Mine are still out. They go back next Thursday. And once you've gone over some lights, I like to just get that stuff, the powder on it. It will stay wet for a good amount of time, but I also don't want to push it, you know. So I'm just tapping the Versamark ink pad, getting some on the tip of my blender pen, and just, I'm not being very fussy about it. I'm kind of just, you know, going kind of quickly. You don't have to be too precise. And see how that turns out nicely? And then I'm going to flip it over, do these other ones. Just be careful of these curves. There's some wraps in the Christmas string of lights. Don't accidentally color a light. It's not a light, it's a twist in the string. Keep going. Oh, I think I already did that one. It's kind of mesmerizing and fun. And, oh, I'm going to show you something else, although I didn't get paper out to do it. I'll show you in a second. Oh, we're getting super staticky here. My fingers must be full of it. Full of static. 4 more to go. And then I'm done with my, oops. I'm done with my blender pen. That can go. I'm done with my Versamark ink. Although I wanted to show you something. Before I do that, let's just heat these guys up and set them. Again, you're using your heat tool and just waiting for it to go from a powder. You want it glossy. Thanks, Joanna, for the term. I totally blanked. I'm like, I know not glossy is matte, but I couldn't think of what the word was. Oh, I didn't do the ones down. Oh, I didn't sprinkle the ones down there. Did I not do those? Am I completely spazzing? Powder on first ones. Oh, thank you. I know, I just realized that. I'm heating. I'm like, I'm missing some. Oh, did I color them and I just didn't sprinkle them? Look at it. You guys are so on top of things. I'm glad someone knows what they're doing around here because it's clearly not me. Okay, so there we go. Woo. Let's try this again. Oh, I didn't ink it, so it didn't pick up the powder. I don't know how I didn't do that. Let's see. Are they all glossy? It's kind of hard to see. I think so. I think we're good. Okay, so this is what I also wanted to show you that I figured out. Give me a second. I gotta get paper. So, let's see. So this is really cool. Let's say you have, if you're a person that loves script or like modern I'm gonna say choreography, not choreography, calligraphy. Easy for you. You're just sitting in front of screens. You do all the work. I spazzed for a second, Joanna. Okay, so let's say you have like really beautiful handwriting. You can also write. So watch. I thought this was really cool. It's kind of like chalk. Watch, 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 watch. I'm not using my... Look, you could totally write with it. Same technique. If you wanted to personalize a card and write the person's name on it, or personalize a message, or whatever. I don't know, draw hearts all over it. You could really just go wild with this. I'm not going to heat set it, but you get the idea. So same idea, same technique. You just use your blender pen here, pick up the Versamark kind of consecutively. You don't want to, you know, I tried just using the blender pen to see if it would give the same effect, and it wasn't as bright. I have really awful handwriting, and that's why I have to stamp my sentiments. That's funny. I've seen your handwriting, Amy. You have beautiful handwriting. I don't know what you're talking about. But I don't know. I just thought this was really fun. You could kind of go wild with it. And I know like modern calligraphy is really popular right now. So if you know modern calligraphy or you just happen to have beautiful handwriting, I thought that would be kind of fun to do on cards. So something to think about. Oh, thanks, Lisa. She says she loves the idea. Okay. So back to what we're doing. Back to why we're really here. So I have powder all over my thing. I adhered this buddy down with Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh, look at the back of it. That's really, oh, can you not see? It's really pretty. It's got like powder all over it. I did like one in each corner and one in the middle for, I don't know, why not? Is everybody ready for the new holiday catalog? It comes out next Tuesday. Well, you probably already have it in your hands, but it becomes available to order next Tuesday, I should say. I love the holiday catalog. It's my favorite. I love stamping holiday or Christmas cards and fall cards. Oh, I love doing fall cards. Amy says, yes. 110% yes. Okay, let's continue to build up. So this is a 2-inch piece of real red. Literally, I don't think you can see, but there's white powder all over my desk. It looks a little interesting. I think I used the triple banner punch for this one, but I didn't grab it, so I'm just going to cut it. When you cut a banner, something to keep in mind is to do a snip right up the middle of it, however deep you want your banner to be, your tails to be. So go up the middle and then go from corner to where you just cut. And then the other one, corner, I always find this side harder for some reason. Corner to where you just cut, and you will get a perfect banner every time. Because if not, you get like the heart, right? Like you snip a side, and you're like, oh, now this side's too big, and then you snip, and you're like, oh, now that side's too big, and then you snip, and then you end up with like a tiny little nothing. Oh, this one's bigger. Hold on, I'm going to trim it down. I definitely did the other one like a good, I think, inch short. Oops. Helps if I cut and not emboss. I mean, not, whatever that other thing is called. Score. So this I just adhered down over my basic black. This is real red, by the way. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but it's a real red. I love traditional Christmas colors. Red, green, love it. Gold, it's all mine. Unless you are Amy K and then you keep snipping and it's all crazy and way too short. I have to use the punch or I'm in trouble. You're behind with fall and holiday cards? How soon do you start, Karen? And how many like Christmas cards do you mail? Do you know? Turn it over and you're snipping the same direction. Oh, Susan, you're brilliant. I can do the one easy, but then the other one it's like I'm awkward with. Awkward. Saying awkward is awkward. Okay, moving on. Okay. I cut 3 little pine guys. Pine leaves? No, pine. What are these things? Pine something. These are the originals. This is from an oldie but goodie returning product, Pretty Pine Sinlets Dies. So I just cut 3 of them. And actually the one, I just cut the tip because I knew I didn't need the whole thing. I just needed the tip. Boughs. There we go. Branches. I'm glad you guys know what you're talking about. I'm like those things. Whatever those things are called. Oh, hi, Barbara. Good evening. I'm so glad you're able to catch it with Karen. Are you guys going to be crafting tonight and getting lots done? This is our mini sequins gold. I love, love, love gold for Christmas. I like my traditional Christmas colors. Although the other day I did a purple Christmas card, which was so unbelievably not what I usually do. Give yourself a break. You've been interpreting English into Spanish and vice versa all summer. I went out with a friend today, Joanna, and I was such a loss for words. I'm like, I don't know why, but the Spanish wants to keep coming out. I have to get my brain back on English. She stopped for tomatoes. I feel like there's a story behind that. So these guys, I don't need them quite too long, and I'm just ripping them because the rip part is going to be tucked underneath. So it doesn't have to be exact. And honestly, all I did is I just keep putting adhesive over adhesive over adhesive, and it stays put. See, I don't need that guy as long. Trim him down. I suppose I could have kept them super long and let them hang out the top, but I wanted them trimmed down. Oh, hi, Linda. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yay. Okay, so these are our little tidbits that are kind of peeking out from below. Oh, this is Call Me Clover. So real red, Call Me Clover, basic black, and then some hints of gold in there. Next for our sentiment, where did I put it? Where is she? Here she is. Making Christmas Bright. This is our stamp set. I'm using this guy down here. I love how it's... See, I'm at a loss for words. What is that word? I love how it's... What is that word? Where it's boxed in, but not framed in. Framed in. There we go. I love how it's framed in, and it's got kind of these fun squigglies hanging off. Kind of reminds me of my curly hair. Maybe that's why I like it. I had extra garden tomatoes and forgot to bring them to her yesterday. Oh, do you have a big garden, Karen? I'm so impressed. I did herbs this year. Of course, we were traveling a lot, and I knew that, a big garden wasn't going to be reasonable, but who am I kidding? I still only just do herbs, even when I'm home most of the summer. Okay, this guy. Oh, you like the card things, Linda? Appreciate it. This guy here is 1 inch, exactly, and I'm going to attempt to stamp him straight. If I don't, I'm going to have to get a bigger piece and then trim him down. I figured I would try it once, and if I didn't get it the first time around, then I would just do it again. Okay, this is real red ink and our sentiment. Love it. So aim for straight, and hopefully it fits. It is less than 1 inch, but that is if I stamp it straight. It's contingent on me stamping straight. Time will tell. Oh, they're from your aunt. Oh, you have herbs and flowers. That's awesome. Oh, that's pretty good, right? Wait, is that straight? I got to hold it up and look at it. Oh, that's kind of crooked. Should I do it again? Decisions. If I put it on my grid paper, is it really bad? You tell me. Should I do it again? Because this is the one that someone's going to be mailed. So you have to tell. Oh, here. How about that? Should I do it again? It's not that bad. It's off a little bit, but not that bad. Loving the colors. Oh, thanks, Karen. Perfect for Christmas, right? Well, I closed the ink pad, so hopefully no one says to do it again. We're going with it. We're committed. Look straight to me. Oh, really? Maybe I'm just a little I don't know, straight neurotic. Looks good. Okay, we're going with it. So it's 1 inch. I didn't exactly know how long I would want it, so I figured I'd cut the end one stamped. And then let's see. It ends up being, oh wow, exactly 2 and 3/4. So 1 by 2 3/4. That's the final size. This one I didn't use dimensionals, or did I? Oh, I guess I did. Oh, look at that. I did this over the weekend, and I'm forgetting what I did. So I'm just going to put a dimensional on either end because I don't want to put it in the middle where this is going to hit, or else it's going to be uneven. So I'm just going to catch the ends. Again, this is a bundle that's available beginning September 4th in the holiday catalog. If you haven't received a holiday catalog and need one, I would be more than happy to get one in the mail to you. Just drop me a message somehow. Email me or message me. There's plenty of ways to get a hold of me. Ta-da! Ooh, yay. I love this little gold. I love hints of gold. That's the final product. Again, this is the Buffalo, I almost said, yeah, Buffalo check. Buffalo check stamp. I'm addicted to dimensionals. I know, Joanna. I know. The struggle is real. I am totally addicted. I cannot not use them. Welcome to the club. We love you, Joanna. So this is the Buffalo check. Again, available September 4th. Making Christmas Bright, available September 4th as well. If you have any questions with any of the product that I use, be sure to hop over to my blog, Stamp It Up with Jaimie, to sign up for a product share to get new designer series paper, ribbon, and embellishments in your hands. I think there's like 6 days left, and then it closes. And I've been having people still sign up these days. So don't wait. If you're looking to get new paper or product in your hand, don't wait. If you have any questions, let me know. And if not, I will see you next week. Oh, if you happen to have been watching this time and haven't left a comment, quickly do so, because as soon as I close this down, I will tally up. Well, I don't tally up. I just put all your names in the hat, and I pick one for someone to receive tonight's card, this card that I made here. So if you haven't made a comment, please do so. And if not, I will see you next week, Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.